The story kicks off in space, where the Life Foundation's exploratory probe, piloted by the wealthy and enigmatic Carlton Drake, makes a groundbreaking discovery. They locate alien life forms called symbiotes on a comet. On its return journey to Earth, disaster strikes when the probe crashes in Malaysia, spilling its deadly cargo. One symbiote escapes into the local population, immediately starting a violent journey, hopping between unsuspecting human hosts. This deadly entity relentlessly seeks out its true target, Carlton Drake. Back on Earth, the Life Foundation retrieves the other symbiotes and contains them in a state-of-the-art research facility. Drake, obsessed with his vision of merging humans and symbiotes for the next step in human evolution, begins his inhumane experiments. He forces human test subjects to bond with these alien entities, often resulting in gruesome deaths when their bodies reject the parasites. It's a chilling reminder of Drake's disregard for human life and his quest for power. In San Francisco, Eddie Brock, a journalist known for his edgy investigative reports, seems to be riding high. He's engaged to and weighing a successful lawyer and has a promising career. But Eddie's life takes a sharp turn when his boss assigns him to interview Carlton Drake. Despite being warned to tread carefully, Eddie cannot resist confronting Drake with allegations of illegal human experiments. Eddie's boldness backfires spectacularly. Drake, enraged, uses his influence to ruin Eddie's career. Eddie is fired and, implicated through the misuse of confidential legal files, loses her job too. Hurt and angry, and ends their relationship, leaving Eddie devastated and spiraling into self-pity. 6 months later, Eddie is a shadow of his former self, scraping by in a rundown apartment. His life takes a turn when Dr. Doris Skirth, a scientist at the Life Foundation, secretly contacts him. Disturbed by the mounting deaths in Drake's experiments, she offers Eddie a chance to expose the truth. Reluctantly, Eddie sneaks into the Life Foundation's lab with Skirth's help. What he sees shocks him. Human test subjects in agony, their bodies rejecting symbiote bonds. He's especially horrified to find Maria, a homeless woman he knows, being used as a test subject. Eddie frees her, but in doing so, Maria unknowingly transfers her symbiote to Eddie. The symbiote, later revealed to be Venom, merges with Eddie, granting him superhuman abilities. However, Eddie doesn't understand what's happening to him. He begins hearing a voice in his head and experiences bizarre physical transformations, including enhanced strength, agility, and an insatiable appetite. Drake soon discovers the security breach and sends a team of heavily armed mercenaries to capture Eddie. What follows is one of the movie's most thrilling sequences. Eddie, cornered in his apartment, tries to fend off the attackers, but is overwhelmed by their numbers. That's when Venom takes full control of Eddie's body, transforming him into a towering, monstrous entity with sharp teeth, a terrifying voice, and unparalleled combat skills. In a frenzied and spectacular fight, Venom easily dispatches the mercenaries. He flings them across the room, smashes walls, and uses his elastic, weapon-like appendages to devastating effect. Eddie is horrified, but amazed by the sheer power of the symbiote. Eddie's escape leads to a high-octane motorcycle chase through the streets of San Francisco. Drake's men pursue him relentlessly, using high-tech weapons to try to capture him. Venom takes control once again, using his abilities to shield Eddie from harm. In one jaw-dropping moment, Venom elongates Eddie's body to leap over a collapsing bridge. Cars crash and explode as the symbiote fights back with calculated ferocity. leaving Drake's men in ruins. After the chase, Eddie finally confronts Venom, who reveals his identity and purpose. Venom explains that he is part of an alien invasion force, but has chosen to ally with Eddie for his own survival. Venom's sardonic humor and blunt honesty create a bizarre, yet compelling dynamic between the two. Meanwhile, the escaped symbiote, Riot, has reached San Francisco, leaving a bloody trail in its wake. Riot bonds with Drake, who shares the alien's ruthless ambition. Together, they plan to launch a spacecraft that will bring more symbiotes to Earth, ensuring the planet's complete takeover. Back at Anne's office, Eddie turns to her for help. Dr. Dan Lewis, Anne's new boyfriend, performs tests and warns Eddie that Venom is slowly damaging his internal organs. And is initially terrified, but becomes supportive after witnessing Eddie's transformation. Drake's men eventually capture Eddie and separate him from Venom, leaving him vulnerable. Without the symbiote, Eddie is beaten and interrogated. Meanwhile, Venom, now free but weakened, begins to reconsider his loyalty to his species. He realizes that he has grown fond of Earth and Eddie, forming a bond deeper than mere survival. In an unexpected twist, Anne temporarily bonds with Venom, transforming into She-Venom. In a brief but thrilling sequence, she fights her way into Drake's facility and rescues Eddie. The symbiote transfers back to Eddie, and the two reunite, ready to stop Drake and Riot. The movie's climax unfolds at the Life Foundation's launch site, where Riot and Drake prepare to execute their plan. Venom warns Eddie that Riot is significantly stronger, but the two decide to fight anyway. The ensuing battle is a visually spectacular showdown between two towering symbiotes. Riot's massive size and array of deadly weapons give him the upper hand, but Venom counters with his agility and cunning. As the fight rages, Eddie and Venom work together to sabotage the rocket. In a last-ditch effort, Venom uses his elasticity to destroy the spacecraft's fuel supply, causing a massive explosion. Riot and Drake are incinerated, but Venom sacrifices himself to save Eddie, seemingly perishing in the process. Eddie survives the ordeal and begins rebuilding his life. He secures a new journalism gig and reconciles with Anne, though their romantic relationship remains uncertain. To Anne's surprise, Eddie reveals that Venom is still alive. The two have decided to coexist, using their powers to fight crime in San Francisco. The movie ends with a tantalizing mid-credits scene. Eddie visits the notorious serial killer Cletus Kasady in prison, setting the stage for the sequel. Kasady, with his menacing grin and cryptic words, hints at the chaos that awaits. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more.